Pretty sure many of you have heard the story of Rodney Hinton Jr. His son was killed by the Cincinnati police. And the following day, after he viewed his son's body, he went and saw a deputy out in the road and decided to, take matters into his own hands and enact an eye for an eye with the situation. Of course, he was arrested. And I want you to see this footage from the courtroom, how these police showed up in there like trying to intimidate Brother Rodney. And Brother Rodney, I want you to see how he responded to it.
Good morning, Mr. Hinton. Good morning.
He said good morning, Judge. He's very soft-spoken.
Okay. All right. Thank you. All right. Anything as to probable cause?
Your Honor, we'll waive probable cause this morning. I submitted designations for John Kennedy and Timothy Bignell. They will be the attorneys of record handling Mr. Hinton's case. I'll be handling the arraignment this morning.
All right. Thank you. Mr. Prosecutor, anything as to bond?
As to bond, Your Honor. Thank you. Your Honor, we understand this is a very, very serious, very terrible charge that Mr. Hinton is facing. But he does not have a history, Judge. He has no felonies in his record. Justice sentence was 1. He has no juvenile record. He works at BDF. He's married. He's a father. He's a graduate of Purcell Marion. I understand that this is an emotionally charged situation. I understand that Mr. Hinton's son may have been killed by the police earlier in the week. There was a review of that video. I understand there is a lot of sadness and a lot of anger in this room right now, but in the community at large. And we just ask the court to set a reasonable bond in light of everything to allow the constitutional process to play out.
All right. Thank you. Andy, you've given me a pre-trial services sheet. Is that right this morning? All right. The court has had a chance to review that and has passed history. Is there anything from the state that will be prosecuted?
Yes, Your Honor. Ryan Nelson on behalf of the prosecution.
Could you give us more volume, please?
Yes, Your Honor. Ryan Nelson on behalf of the prosecution. What we believe that the evidence will show is that yesterday, on about the 2nd of May, the defendant was traveling, I believe, would be eastbound on Martin Luther King Avenue at MLK, I believe at Burnett Woods, at the intersection, I believe immediately north to the rear entrance of the University of Cincinnati. The defendant stops his car. The defendant, in a way that was calculated and premeditated, lined up his car, deliberately accelerated his car, and purposely caused the death of an on-duty deputy sheriff who was doing a detail at that intersection. As such, we are going to be seeking indictment for aggravated murder, and we would request, in accordance with ORC 2937-222, for a no bond hearing. That rule requires that hearing be set within 3 business days, so we are seeking to set that date on the 6th of May of 2025, of the next Tuesday.
So the court will now set no bond until Tuesday, when we'll review the statute for a continuing no bond in these unusual and very tragic and terrible circumstances. Where will the defendant be housed, and will he be safe? And I ask that because he was transferred, as I understand it, to Clermont County yesterday.
That's correct.
On my order.
That's correct, John.
And will he be returned to Clermont County until Tuesday?
It's our understanding he will be returned to Clermont.
And you have a safe environment for him there in Clermont County?
Yes, sir.
You'll return him on Tuesday, May the 6th at 8:30 a.m. for a hearing at 9 o'clock in the morning?
Yes, sir.
All right, thank you.
Your Honor, for the record, we'd ask the court to put a bond on him now, but we understand that some non-bond hearing is going with us.
All right, no bond.
Thank you.
Thank you. We can hold him at no bond for 72 hours,
Yes,
is that right?
yes, sir.
Thank you. All right, thank you so much.
You saw all those cops standing in there, and boy, them white cops was looking so angry and upset. Oh, they look like they just like, oh, can I string him up right now? And that brother just walked right by and looked at all of them in the eye. He didn't duck his head. He wasn't scared, any of that. You know what I'm saying? He like, nah, what? What do you want to do? You know what I'm saying? See, they are afraid of that. They're afraid of black people responding in that manner. See, when you had the civil rights generation, only thing they wanted you to do is just do right. Okay. When one of these old race soldiers took the life of a black person, they wanted you to get them arrested and have them put in jail. That's what they wanted, right? A lot of them were saying they forgive you for taking the lives of black people. That's what the civil rights generation wanted with you. This new generation, not so much. This new generation is really not about a bunch of praying and begging for y'all to ask for forgiveness and all that sort of thing like that. See, this father here, right? Think about all the years he saw black boys and young black men lose their life at the hands of these police. And it's always the same usual suspects, right? Taking the life of a young black man. And after years and years and years and years of seeing this, including what happened with George Floyd, okay? After years of seeing this, and Rodney would have never thought that would have been his son. After all these years, he'd seen this. And he saw his son. Remember, this happened 2 hours after he saw his son's body and he identified his son's body. 2 hours later, he went and targeted the deputy. Now, some people may say, well, he should have went and got the guy that did it. In a perfect world, maybe some people would be correct. But some people clearly are like, if you take mine, I'm going to take one of yours no matter who it is, right? That's just really what it is. Now, the folks would be like, everybody can't take the law into their own hands. Well, when you have the Republicans and the Democrats not want to get rid of qualified immunity to hold these police officers more accountable, and when you keep seeing these police officers get off of doing these killings on black people, you kind of create a Rodney Hinton. You kind of create that. Because some people are not going to sit up here and just let you take their children away from them without a response. I'm just saying. And if you look at the comments most people have for this situation, I'm seeing comments just across the board. It has nothing to do with anybody's community. A lot of people are having respect for him. I guarantee you in jail, a lot of people respect him. He's not the inmates don't have an issue with him. You know what I'm saying? People probably making sure he good in there because of that situation. You see, black people, you know, they getting tired. They're getting so tired of things like this. And now they all in police up there looking at him, standing like, come on, the judge knew what they were doing. The judge should say, we don't need all y'all in here. Go somewhere with that. Especially standing that close to him. Why? There was no reason for all of them to be in there, but they wanted to intimidate him, like scam. Like that brother, like, man, and what? You know what I'm saying? They don't like that kind of courage. And the judge know that brother not safe, but they'll try to go in there and do something to him. That's why the judge said about his safety. It wasn't about his safety because of the inmates. The inmates are not the problem. It's them people in the jail. And then police is going to be the problem for him, not the inmates. Now, let's say, someone say, well, he was running out of a stolen car. You don't know what was going on. Has there been no investigation? And let's just go ahead on and say, let's play your game. Let's say he was still in a car. You do know if you are convicted of vehicle theft, the penalty from a judge isn't the death penalty. You know that, right? So taking someone's life for vehicle theft is not what a judge would have sentenced. So you don't get to just do whatever you want to do. You catch him, right? He didn't remember he was unarmed. He didn't have a gun on him. He didn't have a gun. The cop claimed he heard something, right? He heard a gun. Or you don't know which one did it. It was a bunch of them ran out of the car. How you know it was his? How do you know? And let's say he did drop. Let's say if it was his. Did he point it at you? No, he didn't. He was running. He didn't point it at you. So I want to know what's going to happen to the cop that did this. And that cop should feel horrible right now because he took that young man's life, and now another man that had nothing to do with it lost his because of what he done. So that's two people lives that basically he is responsible for. He did that. All he had to do was just catch him. That's the only thing y'all had to do. Y'all could have caught him because they can't outrun the radio. So y'all would have caught him, right? Just do some good police work. But no, you want to pull your weapon out and blast on a young black man. And now all this is going on now. And now people are saying, hey, Rodney Hinton's family, where's their give, send, go? A lot of people saying, hey, where's it at? We want to go it on and give him some money for a good defense. Because in my opinion, he should plead temporary insanity. Because he did this 2 hours after he saw his son's dead body. So it makes more sense to the temporary insanity defense, actually. Now, if he'd have waited 2, 3, 4, 5 days, and you could say, okay, premeditated. But 2 hours afterwards, that's where he can get the temporary insanity defense at, right there. If I was a lawyer, that's what I would try to go for. Say, hey, he saw his son. He wasn't in a good mental state. He was angry. He went temporarily insane. When he seen that and he saw, this officer over here and he targeted him, because he went temporarily insane. It wasn't premeditated. I would fight that all day long. I was a lawyer. No, it was not premeditated. Means you planned. He came just from, like, how can he plan that? How? He didn't know that officer was in the street. He didn't know anything. So how could he plan that? And that's just really what I would do if I was a lawyer. But where's his give, send, go? Because plenty of people would definitely love to donate to his defense. You know what I'm saying? People are tired. You look at that Luigi guy, that went after the healthcare dude. People are tired. People are tired of getting screwed over by corporations. People are tired of getting screwed over by the police. People getting tired, and this is and I've been reading this from all communities. They're tired. Just treat people with respect. That's it. Treat people with respect in the healthcare industry with insurance. Police need to treat people with respect. Treat people human. Don't do anything to them. Because like I said, it's way more people in society than it is them. Okay, not the CEOs are moving their pictures and all of that. Look, you wouldn't have to do all that. Just treat people right. People pay insurance when they need it. That's just give them what they paid for. That's it. And you won't have a Luigi show up one day. You won't. And Luigi didn't have no background. Just like Rodney didn't have no criminal record like that. So you look at somebody who had no criminal record, and did something like this. I mean, it's some people just not going to let you take their children away from them without a response. And so I'll tell the politicians, fix it. Get these police in control. Get them in control. Get rid of qualified immunity. That way they won't be so quick to fire on somebody. Because the politicians' fault. Y'all the one wanting to keep qualified immunity. It's the Democrats and the Republicans. It's both of them. You can't point that one or the other. Because when Biden was in office, he didn't want to get rid of qualified immunity for him. He didn't want to do it. What did Biden say? He was going to fund the police. He said, fund them, and fund them. He said that. That's the Democrats. So the Democrats cannot say, well, get us in there and we can get rid. No. Y'all had a chance. Y'all had a chance to do it. You were no different than the Republicans. Y'all both of y'all the same on that. But maybe y'all would get together before it gets out of hand. Because, you don't really want something like this going on both sides. You really don't. That's not good for society when people feel like they have to be, taking the law into their own hands, so the law won't do the job it's supposed to do. And the deal is we got the laws on the books to prevent all this stuff from happening. It's just not being enforced. That's what it is. But it's plenty. Rodney got a lot of support, just as much as Luigi has support. So the only thing I'm saying about that is just stop killing young black men, young black kids. Stop doing it. Because this new generation, they're not praying for you. They just believe, as I can clearly see, they believe an eye for an eye.